Welcome to my channel. Hello guys, so today I will be showing you how to make Hainan chicken. Is a Southeast Asian dish originally adapted from the Hainan Province in China, but eventually this dish has spread all over the world, especially in Singapore and Malaysia. And now, let's do it! So I have here one whole piece of chicken, approximately 1 kilogram in weight. So others usually make Hainan chicken without adding any more salt, but for me, I would like to put some so that the flavors could penetrate in the chicken. And set it aside so that we can prepare the ingredients for the stock. So I have here some ginger, spring onions, and some celery. I'd like to add some celery because it gives a nice aromatic flavor to the chicken, which is good for any poaching or any sauce, or maybe chicken stock, or other stocks like beef stock, pork stock. You can use that. It's very good. I would also want to add some calamansi leaves because it gives that nice tartiness flavor in the chicken. Put in the pot, and now I'll put some approximately 4 liters of water so that I could fill the chicken without getting the skin sticking to the bottom of the pot. So let's boil the stock, and when it comes to boil, we add the chicken and let it boil until approximately about 45 minutes. That should be good. Now, as you can see, the water is starting to boil, and while looking at the bubbles and seeing the smoke come out, it's the perfect time to add the chicken. But before adding the chicken, I wanted to make sure that this chicken can move around in the pot easily without tearing apart its beautiful skin. So what I made is, I tied off a knot from lemongrass and sticking it underneath the wing so that the chicken can hang easily in the pot when I take it out, or when I check if it's cooked or not. Yeah. Not only that the lemongrass can give convenience, but also it adds more flavor to the chicken. Now that it starts to boil, I will add my chicken into the pot and move it around so that the water inside the cavity could go out and change with the water that is from the stock. Good. So plunge it and make sure that your water is enough for the chicken so that the chicken cannot stick at the bottom of the pan when you take it out. Now look at that. As you can see, the chicken is already cooked and the chicken is not torn apart, and that's good. And let's immediately transfer this to an ice bath. So now, the chicken is already poaching for 45 minutes approximately. And while waiting for that, let's make the condiments and the sauces. So, the first condiment that we will be making is the ginger and the spring onion oil. I have here my chopped spring onions and my grated ginger already. Now we take some mortar and pestle, add the ginger and the spring onions. Add a little bit of salt and pound until just the ingredients are incorporated and just slightly crushed. The ginger and spring onion oil will never be complete without the oil, of course. So, I have here my canola oil, but you can use any oil you want. It could be vegetable oil, olive oil, or maybe peanut oil would be best. So, let's heat up the oil first until it reaches its smoking point. The purpose of heating the oil is to release that aroma and pungent taste of the spring onion and the ginger, which really complements the chicken. The second condiment that I made is the chili sauce, which consists of grated garlic, grated ginger, grated chilies. I have added some salt, sugar, and a dash of lemon juice to balance all that sweetness, saltiness, spiciness, sourness, and added some chicken stock to make the consistency that I like. You can add stock more or less depending on your preference. Let's taste this. Great. Perfect. The final condiment that I will be making consists of half a cup of chicken stock, a teaspoon of fish sauce, and a little bit of sesame oil. Mix it up together. I'll taste it. Perfect. Now, Hainanese chicken would never be complete without adding rice. As you can see, the rice that I used is black rice. But you can use any rice that you want. Because for me, black rice doesn't only have health benefits, it also gives a distinct flavor from any other rice. The secret to making Hainanese rice is the chicken fat. The chicken fat gives off that rich chicken flavor in the rice, along with garlic and some onions. Originally, you can use shallots in here, but in my case, we have no available shallots around, so I just opted to use onions. Or any onions that you like, white onion, brown onion, it's okay. Now, to extract the oil from the chicken fat, let's heat up some oil and add the chicken fat just until it's about to shrink and not to the extent that it is burnt. While the fat is cooking, let's chop off some garlic. And onions, just a rough chop, not really minced, because we will just add that to the fried fat of chicken and take all the aroma from the aromatics. Once the chicken fat is just starting to cook, let's add the garlic and the onions. Let's pour over the chicken oil, the rice. so that it incorporates into the cooking of the rice. And one thing that I would not going to be missed, so now I think the chicken is already cooked. It's already past 45 minutes. Let's check it. Now look at that. As you can see, the chicken is already cooked and the chicken is not torn apart, and that's good. And let's immediately transfer this to an ice bath. The purpose of the ice bath is to cool down the chicken quickly to release its gelatinous texture, which is what Hainanese chicken is famous for. Well, I then lay down the chicken on a colander to drain off that liquid that's remaining. Now that everything is complete, I got my Hainanese chicken, my sauces, and my rice already cooked. Let's start the plating. So let's take off this. Now we're going to taste it. I'm gonna have some of that sauce, spring onion, and that chili. Perfect. The balance of the flavors of the chicken and all the condiments, the rice, complements all together. The blandness of the chicken and the saltiness of the condiments, the rice, savoriness, perfect. It goes well together. So I think this is a pass. It may not be immaculate, but it's good. I hope that our chef would commend with it.